Hello YouTube, it is your boy B3, back with another kicking action figure review. Today we are reviewing something that I've been super excited for a long time. I got it a little while ago, just, had to get to it in my review stack. The McFarlane DC Multiverse, The Flash and Batman Earth -52 2-pack. Yeah, the -52 Earth Batman is also called the Red Death. I can't wait for the gold version of him to come out, which is the good version. This is the evil version. He is so cool. Red Death is my favorite of the Dark Knights from Dark Knight's Metal. I know most people were the Batman Who Laughs, but it was Red Death for me all the way. That trail of bats behind him that like sucked the life out of people, and the dope outfit. I'm a sucker for speedsters and masks that hide most of the features of the face on villains. So he was perfect for me. I really loved him. I thought he was awesome. And this is my first 2-pack from DC Multiverse, the McFarlane line. And I picked it up at GameStop for that price. Actually, I think I got $5 off on it with my Pro membership, actually. Yeah, I got $5 off on my Pro membership, so I actually paid a little bit less. But it's really cool. As you guys know, if you follow my reviews, I've been trying to get all of the Dark Knight's Batman. I have the Drowned who I need to review. And I still need Devastator. Which is getting re-released in a 2-pack. It's already out. I'll get that at some point. I still need Dawnbreaker, and I feel like there's one I'm forgetting, maybe. Oops. Oh yeah, Merciless. I have to finish building Merciless. That's the one. But I'll do that eventually. Speaking of some of the things to build Merciless down here, you can also get an Infected Superman, Dark Knight's Metal Batman, which I have reviewed, Sky Tyrant, Batman Who Laughs, the Dark Knight's Metal Robin, and also the Grim Knight, and I've also reviewed the Grim Knight as well. I'll probably pass on Sky Tyrant, but I do want Infected Superman and that Robin. That Robin is expensive, though. Yeah, we got some comic covers from specific books. That's from his Origin one-shot. This is from the current Flash title. Current at the time of recording this, anyways. Ugh, King Kong bit it, and I can't get him off. That's it. Let's open this up, huh? And here they are out of package. The DC Rebirth Flash and Batman Earth -52 Red Death, who I think was in the Flash show. Now I'm so behind on the Flash. It's insane how behind on the Flash I am. But yeah, this is actually a really cool set. I might have a gripe or two, but all in all, it's pretty cool. I do want to show you what these fellas come with. First, they come with this kind of diorama-y stand of like this busted up pavement. It's pretty cool, Nice. Got 2 peg holes. Pretty cool stuff. I think it's neat. I'm not going to display them with it. It's just kind of going in my diorama-y stuff. But that's that. But even though it comes with that, it also comes with 2 of the DC stands that you always get with these McFarlane figures. And that's cool. They give it multiple stand options. Enough of these for both of them. In case you don't want to use up all the room that the other one will take. So the multiple stand options was kind of above and beyond, and they didn't have to do that, and I really appreciate that. That was really dope of you, McFarlane. Thank you. We also get 2 of the trading cards. They are metallic with comic book cover arts, the same ones you saw on the back. One for Rebirth Flash, one for the Red Death. They got stats and like story read-ups on the back. Cool stuff. I don't really feel like reading both those to you. I usually do if it's only one, but since it's 2, I feel like that'll take a little while. First up, I want to talk about The Flash. There was a single release of this Flash figure that was a little different than this one. It had a bunch of like clip-on lightning effects and stuff. This one is a bit simpler. He's got like a different head sculpt and a few things like that. I can't tell you all the differences because I don't have the other Flash. You see, this one's got like a much angrier, I'm running as hard as I can head sculpt. It's kind of gnarly, a little off-putting. Not the biggest fan of that facial expression. You could have him kind of with a serious face without that. But the other one is smiling. The single release is smiling and stuff. So, yeah, the single release I'd say is better because it comes with a lot of cool effects and stuff, but Red Death doesn't have a single release. So, there you are. Sorry. His sculpt, I feel like, is kind of a weird body type almost. Looks like he's wearing a corset, kind of. You see with that waist thing going on? Yeah, a little bit of a weird torso on this guy. Real deep Flash symbol. But good detail and paint. This was an interesting design choice with the really long lightning bolts. They're a little too long for my tastes, but it's not a big complaint. That's just kind of a personal opinion. I would just prefer my Flash to have shorter ones. And all articulation on the Flash, up and down on that head, side to side. You got a bit of a wobble there as well. You got this kind of butterfly-ish joint, but not a butterfly joint. Rotation there, in and out. You got that bicep swivel, a double elbow bend, real nice. Rotation on the wrists. You know, you got forward and back on the wrists as well. Lots of good torso, some good waist. You know, a lot of movement on the Flash. This is actually kind of rubbery, so it doesn't get in the way as much, which is real nice, like what NECA started doing with some Alien and Predator figures, you know. In and out on the legs, forward, back. You got a Dubalni Bindo. Pretty cool. Rotation on the feet, up and down. Not terribly much of a pivot, really, but you do got toe. Yo. Please kill me. On to the next one. Next up we have Red Death, who's definitely the MVP of the set because he's not a re-release for the most part, for one thing, exclusive to the 2-pack. All this new sculpting, so much good stuff going on. You see that this joint here? Actually, if you put the joint up, it's fully detailed and painted under the joint. Really nice. Cool head sculpt. Mine's got kind of a scuff on his bat, but it's not too bad. One weird thing on this guy is he comes with a holding hand with a trigger finger. He basically comes with a gun hand. No gun. Including holding hands with figures that don't have anything to hold isn't a bad idea, because you can make them hold accessories from different figures. But when the hands, you don't have interchangeable hands, and one of the choices is a gun hand, but there's literally nothing to even hold, especially on a character who's known for running, not shooting, that's a little odd. A bit of an odd choice. Because, like, this Flash has two consistent kind of grappling hands. They're slightly different sculpt, but it's kind of the same thing. Like angry running or grappling. And this guy has a nice, you know, kind of open running hand on this side, and then trigger holding hand on the other, which is odd. That's pretty odd. Articulation on Red Death, side to side on that head, up and down, wobble as well. He also has that same kind of movement, but it doesn't really go as far as Barry's does. Up and down on, you know, got that rotation, a double elbow bend here as well. Forward and back on the wrist as well, you know. Rotation. I kind of already showed you this joint. Got one in the waist as well, even though it's a little tighter. In and out on the legs, forward, backward. Double knee bend. His ankle pivot works a little better, but it's still not a very good ankle pivot. Up and down, you know, toe. So really the same articulation on both. I feel like Barry's has a bit more range than Red Death just because of the sculpt. Barry has a lot more smooth surfaces, while this guy has a lot more jagged surfaces and stuff like that. They're still both pretty cool figures, though. So now we're going to do some size comparisons. Now, one thing that we always say in these videos is that As long as a figure scales with its own line, it is in scale. And this guy appears, well, these guys appear to scale with their own line. Here you can see Batman the Murder Machine, another one of the Dark Knight's Batman from Dark Knight's Metal, in the center. And both Flash and Red Death seem to scale pretty well with him, all things considered. I'm gonna consider giving you a little kiss. How about that? And also, just to show another line that's kind of in the same scale, you have the DC Essentials Superman, classic Superman, of course. I think this works out too. They're a little taller than him, but it works pretty well. I think, you know, it's good. I definitely am going to display these with my DC Directs because they are really the same DC Direct, DC collectible scale, except for icons, of course. But they are going to be too tall for, like, DC icons, as I said, Mattel, SH Figure Arts, Mafex, etc. They're going to be too big for those. So if you want to display them with a line that's not its own, DC Direct, DC Collectibles, DC Essential stuff. That's where you want to go. So all in all, what are my final thoughts on The Flash and the Batman from Earth -52 2-pack from McFarlane and DC Multiverse? It's pretty cool. I don't like the Flash's head sculpt. You know, and this came out almost right after the single release. The single release Flash did, so it's very odd that they would kind of do it this way. I don't know why Red Death wasn't in a single, because the Flash was a very recent figure. With the Dawnbreaker getting re-released in the 2-pack, it makes more sense because that's figure that's gone up in price a lot, and they want to make it more readily available. And also, I think they're putting Hal Jordan in that pack, and I think it's Hal Jordan, and we haven't gotten Hal Jordan from them yet, so that pack's really good. And then they changed up some things for the Superman in the Devastator 2-pack, but also that Superman is an older release, so it's not as bad, even though it's still kind of, geez, everyone has that Superman. Also, it's not the accurate Superman for that time, but still. I didn't have the other Flash, thankfully. It is superior to this one because it has a bunch of lightning effects, and I don't like this one's head sculpt. The Red Death has one weird hand, but other than that, you know, just a couple small complaints and personal feelings. Like, engineering-wise, it's a good set, but they released this Flash way too soon. So that is it. Thank you all very much for your support. Please remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the cool links in the description below, Facebook, Twitter, etc. And I'll see you all next time.